Hi, I'm Mike Baker. I want to talk to you about one of Tableau 10's new features, which is clustering. Clustering is the ability to group common elements together very quickly and visually. So let's jump into an example now. I'm just going to plot a quick chart here. We're using Tableau's Superstore example data set. And let's plot the customer names. I already have it selected there. And let's go with the profit. Yes. And let's just plot. I love these packed bubbles. I always plot my data with packed bubbles if I can. Okay. Whoops, I'll just move my sheet title. Okay, so the clustering feature is actually located in the Analytics tool tab. You can see it over here under Model. And you can just click and drag clusters into the view, and it'll pop up the Create Clusters option. You can drop that in there. By default, it has clustered it with one cluster. Perfect, that shows us absolutely nothing. But clusters essentially will group this by default to color code the data on common elements. So let's just add some extra measures to the variables here to try and actually group this data up. We've got summer profit. I'm going to just drag sales on. And please excuse my voice, I seem to be getting over a cold here. Okay, so there we go. We've already got two clusters popped up here. Cluster 1 and cluster 2. Let's just drag the discount rate on here as well. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we've got three clusters now. It's grouped up this data based on common elements within the sum of profits, sum of sales, and average discount. Now it will by default give you an automatic number of clusters, but we can go define our own number of clusters if we wanted to do so. So I can type in here 2 and just push that down to 2 clusters. Now that'll form 2 distinct groups of clusters based on the commonality between the two. Okay, let's put that back to automatic. When we're happy with that, we can close that. If we want to actually see the underlying model and see what is going on and to actually understand the model a little more clearly, you can just open up the contextual menu for the clusters and go to describe clusters. This will give you a nice little summary of the inputs of the clusters, variables used, level of detailed, and at the bottom here we can see our different cluster groups, number of items, sum of profits, sum of sales, and average discount. You can also go through to the models to look at the exact model makeup. Now it is worth mentioning that you should play around with the clusters. Don't just assume it to be correct the first time you drag and drop it on. It often takes a little bit of investigation and actually digging into the data, trying different options, trying different ways of displaying the data to get the most out of clustering. Clustering uses, by the way, the gosh, now I've just forgotten the name of the algorithm. the K algorithm. It will come to me just now. Anyway, so clustering is able to be applied to multiple different types of charts. I made a packed bubble chart here, but you can also use your scatter charts, which is very, very beneficial to use. Let's just put on the profit and the sales. And go with customer name again. Just going to flip the axis around, and we can just drag the clustering. Let's go grab the clustering from our previous model. This is actually another thing I wanted to show you before I just go and jump ahead now. Sorry, I'm backtracking a little bit. But once we've created a cluster, I really like this ability here. We could just take the cluster that's applied to this model, and we can click. I'm holding Control now, so we're copying it, and just drag it into the dimensions. You can see now it's just copied it. And it is just a grouping of the elements, the common elements within that dimension, which is the customer names. So you can see it's customer name group here. We can actually right-click it and go Edit Group. There we go. And you can see the different clusters. So you can open them up and actually look at the individual contents of each one, and we can rename them, etc. So group 1, I'm not actually sure how these are grouped. Group 1, which was that? That was the blue one. They look like they're the least profitable, if this is sum of profit. Group 3 clearly is our most profitable. And there we go. Okay, so we've got we've built a little copy of that cluster model. So let's just go to our sheet 2 now, and we can click that same model and drag that in there to highlight it. We don't have to recreate the cluster group now. We can go work with the same cluster from here on out for the rest of the workbook. And that is clustering in a nutshell. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe for further tips and tricks on Tableau.